Hi, GEEGA. What is the meme that people say? I can't believe that GEEGA finally joined VShojo. That's it. That's the meme. It's because I was the most expected person to join. I got asked every day for over a year if I would join. When are you joining? Are you joining? Are you joining? When are you joining? Every fucking day. And then at first I didn't want to join anything. So I was like, no, I probably won't. And then sometime later, I did end up joining after getting asked that shit for honestly
GEEGA,
like over a year.
congratulations, by the way, on being the newest VTuber in the VShojo lineup.
Thank you so much. But then when I eventually did join, people were like, "No, I don't believe it," because they kept thinking I was gonna join for so long and I didn't. That's it. That's the meme. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Even when Haruka was joining, people were expecting it to be you. Yeah, they thought it was gonna be me, and it didn't help because I had my new model debut as an indie, just new model, everything that I planned for that year, December 4th. Planned ahead of time. I was hanging out with Haruka, friend of mine, and I was like, yeah, I think we can do that weekend. I'm not sure if I'll do the Saturday or the Sunday. So it would have been the 3rd or the 4th. And she goes, don't do Saturday. She's like, I would recommend not. There might be something happening that day. It'd be better. Sunday's more open. And I was like, oh yeah? What's happening Saturday? And she was like, nothing, because she was joining, but she was under NDA and she couldn't tell me. And she was like, I just have a really strong feeling that there might be like another like important event that day or something. And I was like, something happened. Yeah, random debut. Who could it be? Oh. And then as we got closer and closer, she like asked staff if she could officially put me on an NDA so I was allowed to talk to her about it. So I signed an NDA just to be able, just specifically to be able to talk to Haruka about that event. And then we spent that week just like working on our debuts together and just hang out and call so that we both could like, you know, co-work. It was cute. She really didn't want to break NDA. So she was like, I'm going to get a paper for you. And it was one of those like specific NDAs where it was specifically just like for that time period and for that specific thing alone, you know, but it was really funny. And then we got to co-work in peace and we worked on our shit. And then she did her VShojo debut and then I did my new model the day after. But because I was posting teasers throughout the week of my new model thing, and then VShojo, the account, started posting that the day before that there was going to be a like new member or something like that. I don't even remember if they said new member or what. I think they did. People were freaking the fuck out and they're like, oh my God, it's her. And I was like, do you really think they would post cryptically about a new member and then I would post very obviously about debuting a new model the day after and it would be me? Like, what? Like, that makes no sense. People would come into my chat that whole week. They were so annoying. And they were like, it's going to be you. It's going to be you. And I was like, brother, my shit's on the 4th. That shit's on the 3rd. That's done. That's it. Simple. I was getting the weirdest DMs. That was when I closed my DMs. It was after that. Because I got the most annoying interactions. I also, you know it's really funny. A lot of other VTubers and streamers thought like it was going to be me joining at that time. Several people that I hadn't seen in a long time showing up in my DMs. Hey, just wondering what you're doing. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while, buddy. How have you been? Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, I don't know you. like we barely talked. And they would just show up and be like, oh, 2 years later, oh, it's been forever. And I was like, oh my God. And then, you know, some of them I did talk to. And I was just like, oh, been good, you know, just working on my new model shit, whatever. And they're like, God, I hope that's going well for you. It must be so fun, so exciting working on it. And then, as soon as they found out it wasn't me, radio silence. I was like, ooh, all right. You just know it's gonna happen, right? And then they tease another member the next year, September 2nd. My DMs. Hey, pal. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I'm like, oh my God. It's just one of those things where I'm like, you know, what can you do? What can you do? I have to be the asshole. I have to ghost or like be like, oh, great, so busy though, you know, or whatever. And then they're like, shit, someone talk to us. She's too good for us, brother. Then it was me. And I had to cut down my list a lot around that time. I was kind of prepping for it beforehand, so I started unfollowing beforehand and cleaning up some lists and you know, pruning some people from like the Steam friends list that you just, you know, you forget to prune and you leave them on there and all that kind of stuff. Because I was like, this is gonna open some floodgates and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. So yeah, I pruned a lot of stuff at that time and it was nice. It was nice and relieving.